What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve here, Rake in Profit. In this video, I wanted to share with you 5 things that I'm working on improving and implementing in my life to not only, improve the quality of my life, but improve, my businesses and to help me to accomplish my goals. And I highly recommend that, every couple months, 6 months, 3 months, monthly, you kind of reassess how you feel, how you're doing. Just take a look at your life and everything that you're essentially going after. How do you feel? What do your days look like? What's my level of happiness? Am I where I want to be? And kind of just reassess where you are. And I found 5 things that I want to start to implement in my life because I feel like there's a lot of things that I can improve on. And there's a lot of things that if I was implementing these things and doing these things, the quality of my life would be better. I would have more energy. My businesses would be in a better position to make more revenue. Everything would just be improved. So I want to share with you guys these 5 things that I am essentially going to be doing. And I'm going to give you the reasons why I'm going to be doing them as well. And hopefully this video can help you out. So yeah, let's dive into it. So I've got my little list right here of things that I want to talk about. Number 1, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Now, over the last couple months, couple years, I've been waking up earlier, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. It really depends. But on average, I'd say I'm getting probably 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. And I've realized that when I'm waking up at, 5:30 in the morning and I'm going to sleep at, midnight or 11:30, 5, 6 hours of sleep, my energy levels just aren't where they could be. My mindset isn't 100% there, like my motivation. Let me put it this way, for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, I can thrive. I can be productive on 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep. But then all of a sudden I crash. And this happened to me recently over the last week. I just wasn't super motivated. I kind of got like a weird cold and I haven't been getting sick at all lately. And my motivation just wasn't there. And the one thing I realized I was doing is I just wasn't getting a ton of sleep. And I think that I need to put more emphasis on making sure I'm getting at least 7 or 8 hours of sleep. And I literally, the last couple of days, I've been giving myself 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours sleep. And I've been feeling so much better. The quality of my life, the motivation levels, my inspiration, just the energy and the thought process that I have behind what I do and everything. It's just so much better and more improved that I need to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I feel like maybe some people can do 4 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, but I don't think it's sustainable. And I'm really trying to live a more sustainable life. I don't want my energy levels swinging. I don't want to get random colds. I don't want to have 1 week where I'm on fire, and then the next week I'm just dragging through everything I'm doing. So that's going to be a goal of mine. And what I really need to do is just set a sleep schedule. Make sure I'm getting to bed by 11 o'clock every night, waking up by 7 in the morning. That would really be ideal. With my lifestyle, I just don't think getting to bed before 11 is going to be possible, on an everyday basis. So 11 to 7 or 11 to 6, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I think that's my, that would be probably the ideal sleep schedule. So I'm going to give that a shot and I'll keep you guys posted with that. Number 2, second thing that I want to start implementing into my life is spending at least 15 to 30 minutes every morning, planning out the 1 or 2 main objectives that I want to accomplish during the day, right? And obviously, there's a million things that we have to do, but there's typically only 1 or 2 really, really big things that if we accomplished each day would move our lives ahead rapidly. 1 or 2 main things, right? For you, that might be working on a project or a product you're launching, maybe a private label product. Or for you, that might be listing up your 25 items, right? Getting that 1 job task done /2 and crushing it and knocking it out of the park. That's really what's going to make the biggest difference. And what I'm talking about here for number 2 is spending 15 to 30 minutes every morning planning out what those 1 or 2 things are. So identifying what those 1 or 2 things are, and then 2, kind of mind mapping / planning out how exactly I'm going to do it and the times that I'm going to allocate to, crushing that goal. So for example, in the morning, my routine is I wake up every morning, usually have a little coffee, drink some water, go through my morning ritual, meditations, rebounding, green juicing. It really depends. I don't do everything every single morning. It just depends how I feel. And then I usually ship out my items, list a couple items up on eBay, and then I dive into my workout and everything. So I want to kind of create a time in there, 15 to 20 minutes, where before I leave for the gym, then I'm planning out exactly what I'm going to be doing when I get back from the gym. Having those 1 or 2 things that I'm going to crush, knock out the park, ready to roll. I know exactly what I'm doing. I get home, shower, and just dive into it. So I think that's really going to improve the quality of my life, my productivity, and help me to accomplish my goals so much more. So that's the second thing I want to start doing. Number 3, this is something that I've done really well with in the past, but I've also done extremely poorly with in the past and as of late. And that is becoming distracted with my phone, email, and just the environment that I am, working in, whether it's at my house or typically at my house, my apartment. Just falling victim to, the different temptations. Might be, going into the kitchen, or it might be, just going to do the laundry, or, hey, it's a beautiful day, I'm at home, like, let's just jump on the bicycle and, like, go for a bike ride. And that's fine doing that, but when you have something to accomplish, whether it's listing or sitting on an FBA shipment or working on your product or videos or marketing, whatever you're doing, if you have a goal and you have a time allocation that you're supposed to be doing something, but then you fall victim to your environment, whether it's going for, a bike ride or whatever, and you're not really intending on doing that and you're doing it just to kind of procrastinate and get away, that's a problem. So becoming distracted, phone calls, emails, Facebook, all that stuff has to stop. And I really want to become more disciplined in that area. And I think the ideal situation would be turning off the phone completely, turning off the laptop, or at least having Facebook X'd out, and spending an hour, 2 hours, uninterrupted, 100% on that task. That's really what needs to be done. And, when you have that 1 hour of time that you're putting in, not distracted, no phone calls, nothing, you get so much done. And I know that's one area that I need to work on, and I'm really going to be paying attention to that. So that's huge. Also, multitasking. When you have your phone open, excuse me, I got some crazy allergies this morning. But if you have your phone open, your Facebook, you might be working on a project and then somebody sends a message, hey, can you get this for me? Or, hey, what are your thoughts on this? You start answering questions, or you start, doing things for other people. And next thing you know, you're 100% distracted, and then you're doing something else and you're like, wait, wasn't I listing? Or wait, wasn't I recording these videos? Or wait, wasn't I supposed to be doing that and now I'm not? What happened? Somebody pulled you away, and you've got to guard your work time ridiculously. What am I trying to say here? You've got to make sure that when you're doing something and you have a goal and you have time allocated to a task, you cannot let anybody interrupt you, because when they do, they're taking away from you big time. So that's a really big thing for me right there. The next thing is number 4, setting ambitious deadlines and following through daily. I've found that I have a tendency to set a goal that's very loose in a sense, or maybe it's not a very ambitious goal in terms of the deadline. And I'll say, for example, my latest project, Men's Clothing Mastery, which is a video-based course that I'm creating, teaching people how to sell clothing on eBay. I initially had set that goal for 3 months out. And, I was talking to quite a few people about the project, and I was kind of mind mapping it and everything. And one of my close friends is like, Steve, why are you putting it off so much? You know clothing, you know how to shoot the videos. You could bang this thing out in a month. You really could. And the quality would still be there. The resource would still be top notch. Why are you putting it off so much? And I thought about it, and I'm like, why am I putting it off so much? And I guess maybe it was just the confidence level, or maybe it was just, I don't know, maybe it was just a random number that I picked out of my head. I'll launch it in 3 months. That just sounded good. But the thing I've noticed is about myself, and maybe with you guys as well, is if you have a goal and you're ambitious and you want to knock it out the park, you want to crush it, and you're pumped up about it, get it done, right? Obviously, you don't want to skimp on quality, and you don't want to be rushing through it so fast that that the overall product or the project suffers in quality. But if you're ready to roll and you're ready to knock something out and you're pumped up, get it done. You know, it doesn't take 6 months to get something done. If you put in 3-4 hours a day, you know, you can knock that out in maybe 2 weeks or a month, you know, and it could be amazing, right? So just ask yourself, what goals do I have? Maybe your goal is, you know, listing, you know, 50 items a week, and you're saying, you know, I'm going to do 10 a day for 5 days. Maybe it's best for you. You might want to experiment just doing it like maybe 25 a day, twice a week. Maybe that might be better, and then it frees up your days and you get that done so much faster. Maybe you could do more. So setting ambitious deadlines, I realize that if my deadline is set closer instead of like really far out, I get it done quicker and better, and like it's on my mind and I make it happen. I just crush that goal. So that's the fourth thing that I want to mention to you guys. And the fifth thing, and this is something I really need to improve on, is planning more fun things to do, like in advance. Like, so for example, like say it's Monday morning and you don't really feel like working and you're questioning yourself, like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm not motivated. If you had something fun to do, like maybe like on Saturday you're going to the beach, or maybe on Sunday you've got a day planned with your girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or significant other, maybe to go on a bike ride or go on a hike or visit a museum or just travel out of state for a day or two to see the in-laws or whatever. Like, that could be motivating for you. That could be inspiring, having something fun to look forward to. And I've noticed that I haven't really been planning out a lot of things lately, and I want to start doing more of that. I want to have something to look forward to, something fun, instead of just doing spontaneous things. And I'm always getting outdoors and doing fun things on a weekend and whatnot and rewarding myself sometimes. But I really would like to plan more of these things out in advance to have something to look forward to. And I think it would just create more balance to my life and just give me that push and that shove in the right direction when I'm not feeling like doing something during the week. And let's be real, I think that happens with everybody. You know, you kind of question your why and exactly, you know, why you're putting in all this hard work and all this effort and everything. And just having something to look forward to, I think, could be that spark that a lot of people are missing. So yeah, guys, those are the 5 things that I want to talk to you guys about, 5 things that I'm looking to improve on, implement into my life, and yeah, the different reasons for why I want to apply them and whatnot. So if you guys like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Hopefully you guys are doing well, crushing your goals, making it happen. And yeah, feel free to leave some comments down below in terms of some things that you need to start doing and implementing in your life. And again, guys, you know, reassess your life, reassess your business. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Like, am I on track with my purpose? Like, am I happy? Like, am I getting the results? Like, are my outcomes what I actually want in my life right now? Or do I need to change things? Is there something that's off, right? Like for me, the sleep thing, like that's just off and it needs to be fixed immediately. Like planning out my days, making sure I have 1 or 2 things that I know exactly what I'm going for, like having a target, like that's huge. Not being distracted by the outside world. Having that 1 to 2 hours a day where it's 100% distracted, work-free, what am I trying to say? Having 1 to 2 hours a day distraction-free on your work, like that's huge. Like having deadlines and planning things out, like those are the things that I know I need to start doing. So ask yourself, you know, what are 5 things you can start doing that maybe need to be improved upon? So anyways, guys, I know this was kind of like a crazy random, like almost like vlog style video, not super clean and organized, but just kind of want to talk to you guys about my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And yeah, I got to get back to doing some listings on eBay. So yeah, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.